come in on the road and pick up a win like that. What did you see right away, or was it right away that your team was doing that allowed them to get that win?
Well, like we talked about beforehand, I love the rhythm of the week for us. I really did. We had, we kept playing in a rhythm, coming off a really meaningful game. So we knew what the intensity, the application was going to need to be. And we were focused right from the get-go and really liked what, and alternatively, they looked a little rusty, as you would expect when they're off for a week. So I think, and in many ways, the game tightened up, that lead and the way we started is pretty much what won the game for us.
Karl has 29 and 13 after a tough Tuesday night. What enabled him to deliver this kind of performance tonight? And when did you kind of sense that, okay, he's got it. He's got it rolling again? I
mean, he's a great player. And that's what enabled him to deliver the performance. I wasn't worried at all. There was a lot of things that you could cross your mind. I was not worried about Cat's ability to bounce back and perform at, all NBA level. He's a franchise star. There hadn't been many nights like he had Tuesday. So it wasn't like it was some sort of pattern or anything like this. And that's why you have a team, other guys stepped up but he came out with the mindset to be super aggressive. And, and I love the way he really rebounded. That's what I really loved about how he patrolled the paint defensively.
With Ant, how did you see him kind of command the defense out there with his playmaking today?
Ant's in a real great groove right now. Everything he's doing is really definitive. He's being sharp. He's getting into his stuff quick. He's making the right reads more often than not, and he's really confident in his shot.
Especially in the fourth quarter, some of the defense he played on Morant and in the corner three to kind of seal it. It seemed like he had a tough start, but anything you said to him as the game went on?
No, not at all. Just, we love what he was doing out there, even though he battled through some early foul trouble. We talk about it all the time. He just finds a way. Got the offensive stick back at the end of the shot clock, which was huge. You got the corner three, had the little flash to the other. We need those filler points in our offense, and he just finds them, which is invaluable to us.
I feel like you guys were just a step quicker all night. It seemed like many of the loose balls were yours.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe that's, again, it's tough to sit for a week at this time of the season. It just really is. I'm sure, we'll see a different Memphis come whenever we play next on Tuesday, I guess.
Yeah. A lot of times we see young players get a first playoff experience and then come back the next season and have made another jump. But do you feel like Ant is maybe using this experience to take a jump right now?
Possibly. I mean, maybe he gets to take a jump next year too. I don't know. But he's locked in, and sometimes his concentration goes in and out or through the regular season, but we've always talked about his sense of the moment, sense of timing, and his ability to raise his game. And, maybe that's what we're seeing.
Playoffs, I mean, making tough shots is so big, right? I mean, for his ability to create space and then make those tough shots is just a huge part of being able to get you guys over the hump in those stretches.
Yeah, absolutely. Got the ability to rise up and just knock one down, and is in a good groove when he does that. I do like the fact that he's mixing in attacking and shooting as well, and playmaking is also good. He had 6 assists tonight. He's playing a real complete game, and that's not even talking about the defense. I thought he was really good on Morant when he had the chances to be on him too.
Ja got into the paint like he always does against everyone. Did you guys want to just really kind of focus on making sure you limit his options to the perimeter and contest?
I mean, not really. I mean, we wanted to keep him out of the paint way more than we did. Obviously went to the line far too many times. He's a handful. They were getting there early in transition, a lot of them, particularly in the first half. Something we talked about at halftime, and we were able to kind of cut off a little bit of those. So in half court, it was a little tougher for him.
Oftentimes against your defensive coverage, when you bring Cat up, teams seem to go east-west against that with the ball handler. It seemed like they were sending the screen on the inside to attack the middle there.
Yeah.
What did that present, and how are you able to?
Well, he was trying to split a lot of pick and rolls, particularly early, and he's very, very good at it. So we just had to be a little tighter on our coverages, a little bit more locked in, and then just kind of read the ball handler. Probably kept us a little bit. I mean, it's really rebounding with these guys is about just being able to hit first, more than anything else. I mean, they're so great on the glass and they're so physical and they come from everywhere in every position. So.
When your shot's falling, especially early, it's easy to say you have a sense of the moment, but it does seem like Ant is making the right decisions, shot or not shot, pass, when to pass. Is this something that is a groove, do you think, or do you think this is just a growing maturity that is, more durable than a groove?
I like to think it's a growing maturity. He's seen a lot of looks all season long, and think he's comfortable with a lot more things that he's seeing out there. I think that a lot of it is just he's just going quicker. He's just doing everything like he's not holding and he's not surveying as much. He's going and that's a sign of like really trusting your own talent,
And yet he's fine dropping out of being like the dominant guy for 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean it's
not capitalizing necessarily on being in a hot streak.
Yeah, for sure. Like his ISO game dried up a little bit. We needed some action. We had to go away from him, and he was fine. He's perfectly fine with that. He plays so hard offensively a lot of times. Exerts a lot of energy. So it's tough to play like that every time with the ball in your hands. Plus, we got some other gifted offensive players we want to try to get the ball to too.
Talked about playoff gears and finding new ones, and some teams knowing the playoffs are coming and then turning it up.
Yeah.
Do you think Ant is maybe just switched on a different gear?
Let's just see what he does over the long haul. He's had 2 really good games. I know we'll be locked in. Can't get bored. Can't get bored. So.
Now for Ant, was attacking Adams on the drop something you guys identified before the series?
Well, we always want to be aggressive, whatever coverage you're in. We're always trying to get to the paint, get downhill as much as possible, compromise the defense. We saw a lot of different looks out there. So just trying to figure out how to be most aggressive and all those things was actually key. And guys did a good job of adjusting offensively through the course of the game. Thank you.
Jaden, to see the way that you guys kind of just weathered the storm there and played so well. Just what's the feeling just being able to come on the road, start a series, and get a game 1 like you did today?
It feels good. Just I'll say our preparation for this, for playing the playoffs, and then all of us just being positive through the ups and downs through the game. I feel like us staying together helped us out a lot.
The sequence late in the game, you get the block on Ja and then the corner 3. Was that just you being locked in on both ends? Like, how did you see that develop and try to make a difference?
Really just trying to be active and impact winning any way I can, just that playing defense or making shots. So that's what I was trying to do tonight.
You came in with Ant, and you've seen him kind of grow as it's going. What goes through your mind as you watch him playing game tonight and really kind of assert himself the way that he has?
I mean, it's exciting to watch. Like, we are rooting for each other. Like, it's both our second year, so we both like to see each other succeed through the ups and downs. So both of us just keep going and keep getting better.
When you have what seems like the best player on the court on nights like tonight, how much confidence does that give everybody else?
I feel like you say it again. My fault.
When you have what seems like when Ant's playing tonight and he looks like the best player on the court, like how much confidence does that give everybody else in a game like this?
It gives all of us confidence, knowing with them always have their eyes on them. It just feels like more release on us. And then I would say just us being ready to knock down those shots when he gets off it.
You guys probably feel like you had Memphis twice in the regular season and they pulled it out both times. What was different tonight?
I feel like I would say like going through adversity, like in those games we had adversity. I'll say like this game we really came all together as a team and there was like no negative energy and things like that. We're just staying positive.
You had foul trouble early. Was there any adjustments that you made throughout the game that enabled you to have a bigger impact in the second half than the first?
Really just kind of just playing with my chest, like not getting cheap fouls with my hands or like little cheap things like pushing off and stuff like that. So really just trying to play with my chest.
Along those lines, kind of what did you learn about guarding Ja, especially in the game when you're able to get a couple blocks or stops on?
Just really he's a good player. Like as you can see, he had like 30 something points today. So just being able to guard him is like a matchup I like. Just being able to compete with the best guy.
throughout the season about, your improving shot and working on your shot. And when you let that corner three go, how did it feel coming on your hand, and how did it feel when you saw it go through the net?
It felt good. Just me willing like how I am. I always want to make my shots. So just seeing it going was a good feeling to me.
Jaden, you shared the floor a lot with Malik tonight. You have all season. He had 23 points. What did you just see about the rhythm that he was in tonight?
You could tell from like the jump, the game, that he was super locked in. Like Malik, he's a sniper. Like he's self-conscious, just always shooting it. Even if he's 0 for 5, he's still gonna shoot it. So just him having that confidence, it also brings us confidence as well.
And you kind of caught a stray from Jackson on that one play. Like, this series is going to be physical both ways. How do you and as a group go about just kind of like not too high, not too low with that stuff?
All of us, I mean, we all got each other's back, so we just stand together, and then like things like that in the game happen. We all talking to each other like, come on, it's not worth it, or things like that. So just continuing just to play basketball.
Went through a pretty worrisome phase of not playing very good defense. A lot of that happened while you were out, but when you came back and since things have happened, what has been tweaked with the defense, or what do you think the difference is in the defense now that wasn't there, like say 3 weeks ago or so?
Shoot. I mean, we kind of do the same defense. I would just say, I'll say during that time, probably kind of tired through the season, long season. So I'll just say now that we're in the playoffs, we all got that energy now. So like we're willing to every possession, we got to make it count.
You guys probably came to Memphis wanting to at least split, but getting that already, what's the challenge now? Making sure you give the same effort Tuesday.
Yeah, it's just continuing to do what we do to get that how we got here, and like throughout the game, just not going away from how we get the lead and things like that.
And D'Angelo told us yesterday kind of that his first playoff experience a few years ago with Brooklyn, he felt like he had a little bit of in awe of just the moment, of the stakes, of all those things. Did you feel that at all? Or were you comfortable, I guess, in this setting and being, logging big minutes down the stretch in a huge game?
I just kind of tried to keep it in, not to let it get like mess with my game. So just kind of staying humble about it, just like knowing it's my first playoff game. So just continuing to be humble about it. I mean, we're gonna have many more games and continuing to try and get to the playoffs other years. So just continue to stay myself, be myself.
Did it feel any different for you?
Yeah, it felt like knowing that when we see the buzzer go off, like first playoff win, it was exciting just being able to win my first playoff game.
Seems like you guys were a step faster most of the night. Is that like urgency, will? Like, what do you chalk that up to?
I'll say both of them things. Having the urgency on defense, like just making sure you have your brothers back at the same time. Yeah, that's it. All right, thank y'all.
Karl, just to be able to come in here game one on the road against a higher seeded team and get this one, what's the feeling like as you walk off the floor?
Good feeling, a lot of confidence, a great game played by us. I thought we did a fabulous job of playing our game, playing Timberwolves basketball, and obviously Ant was special and Bees was special, and everyone was special. This is a team win. This happened because all of us came in today with the one goal in mind, and that was winning. And I thought we played a lot of winning basketball. We did a lot of the little things that's needed to win. And we should be very proud of our performance. Rugged defense, nonstop pressure, and also utilizing our defense to translate to our offense. I thought we did a great job of that tonight. There's a lot of good things to like about tonight, but we got to get back to the hotel, get our treatment in, get ready for the next game.
Karl, you said the other day that you're confident that you'd get right back into it after Tuesday. Did you feel, did this thing play out the way that you saw it in your mind in terms of your imprint on this game and how that affected the rest of the team?
I just felt good all day, especially today, in a great mood, a great mindset. just felt really good. I felt really, really good. And testament to coaching staff, my teammates, my family, my support system, just being behind me. But I felt really good coming in today, and I was excited to play and just couldn't wait for that ball to get thrown up for the jump ball. And I think the results spoke for themselves. I played with the energy needed.
What Ant's ability to make tough shots, just how much of a luxury is that for you guys in playoff games when you know defense is going to be tight?
Big, because he's not going to get an easy shot. For him to be able to take multiple dribbles in that playoffs and still get to a spot and make a shot it's something that's special. Because once you're in the playoffs, usually the one-on-one dribbles and stuff kind of get taken away, and he's still finding ways to get there. So he's a special talent. I think we all in this room know how special he is. He's shown it night in, night out, and when he's playing basketball at this kind of level, he's almost unstoppable. He is unstoppable, actually.
You talked about the offseason work you put in. Are you pretty comfortable, if needed, here to play in the mid 40s on a pretty consistent basis here in the postseason?
When was the last time I played 43? No, I know when it was. Tibbs. So, I'm prepared for it. Chicago Bulls game in Chicago. I played 46 and a half. Huh? Told him we were going to win it.
It seemed like you guys got almost every single loose ball tonight. Why do you think that was?
Because just like I said, playing Timberwolves basketball, scrappy, hard, rugged defense and finding ways to win every 50-50 ball. I thought we did a great job of just showing the hustle, diving on the floor, getting possessions, making it difficult on them. I feel like not many times tonight they had a chance to really get an open look or really get a chance to have something that was clear and easy. And that's what you got to do against a team like this.
While you're talking about wanting to tip the ball off, while you were kind of waiting there and that delay Ant came over to you, did you guys say anything to each other in that moment before it tipped off?
I just told him to be him. I have a nickname for him, and I just told him to go be him. Be that guy. And
nickname for
him?
I
know, right? Of all of them, right?
Can we print that?
No. I don't want to even get in trouble for that. It could be taken wrong. So he has his own thing. I just see so much potential and talent in him and what he could be in this league, let alone for us. I just, my job is to help him reach that and do my part in any way possible to lead and help him in any way possible so he can reach his fullest potential.
Did Jaden give you guys down?
A lot. And let me say, it's a blessing to have him back. So to not have him for so long, it's amazing. The talent he possesses, and it's crazier to think that in one draft class we got both of them. So it's crazy. Shout out to Lord Savior Jesus Christ. He gave us a good blessing right there.
Just for you individually tonight, how good did it feel to deliver the kind of performance that you did on a national stage and kind of show everybody why you were an all-star?
I'm happy with the performance I had tonight. I wish I would have made. There were some shots I wish I could get back to put up again, and there was some defensive assignments I wish I could have played a little better. But I just really feel like that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm not. It shouldn't be something that we should be celebrating. Like, oh, you got the chance to play a good game on a national stage. You should be really proud and excited. Like, I'm supposed to do that. That's why, I understand the question, but I don't want to act like it's something that should be. It should be abnormal. It should be like, wow, I did that. Like, that's what I should be doing on a nightly basis, especially now. I shouldn't be happy about having a game like I had tonight. And and so I feel the same way for Ant. Ant should be happy. Should feel like he should do this every single night. Shouldn't be something feeling like a new experience people are having with me.
Carl, you've also said all season that part of Timberwolves basketball is that high wall concept that you guys have. Typically, opponents kind of trying to take that east-west, and they were setting the screen on the inside there so Ja could get downhill. How is that different for you in your position on the floor? And
I mean, I want to give them credit. They did a great job splitting the high wall, and he was being very creative with going around his back through his legs and everything. He did a great job of finding ways to split the high wall, and we had to tighten up a little bit, and I thought we did a great job. even when he split, being at the rim, ready for his attack and ready for his jumping ability and being very vertical. So all in all, I thought it was a great job. And again, it's something that has worked for us throughout the whole year. And, just got to continue to improve in it. And, game 2 could be a possibly totally different game. They got my knees and everything going for sure. So definitely got me in, the blood going because, I'm always having to run and be up there and then I got to run back. So in a way, I do like it. It keeps me engaged. It keeps me active. It keeps my mind going.
Have been going at each other for quite a while now. Been in the league multiple years, both of you. Initially in those matchups, he used to bully you quite a bit. Nowadays, especially with your off-season conditioning and stuff, do you see it as an advantage when you come up against a big, like classic center that given what you have now?
Yeah, I mean, I just think that I have a skill set that can't be matched in this league. So with that being said, adding some fine tuning to my body and to my game a little bit, I think that, you see more of now powerful drives going to the basket, and it worked early on today too to get me going. Getting to the basket with force, really moving people out the way and getting to the basket on like we all say it because he's made it popular now, but Giannis, kind of like a Giannis attack. Wow. And then I can utilize my 3-point champion skills like that, in the flow. I don't have to force it, especially in the playoffs. I think that it's kind of playing chess, not checkers. I don't have to, force any shot that I don't feel is a great shot. We have amazing talent on our team. So moving the ball, getting it side to side, I thought it worked out really well, especially cutting and getting backdoor. And even if it was making a pass for the right person to get to the paint. Now we're slam passing it back for threes to Jaden McDaniels was one of them, or we're hitting the corner and the corner's hitting the wing and we're getting great shots from Jaden. We're getting great shots from TP, Malik Beasley, so we could go down the list and talk about it, but just expanding my game. I've always said every year, I think there's always more to touch and more to tap into in my game. And this is a year where I'm tapping in more than ever. And I think I have a lot more to go still.
Some of that is composure. Was there any point in tonight's game where you just checked yourself and said, I'm gonna let that go?
A lot. I talked to KG before this game, so I had a good scouting report already from a legend. So I just took that advice and ran with it.
Carl, going ahead, looking at Jaren Jackson a little bit. Obviously, his defense played a role, but was there a plan for you guys to kind of limit him offensively?
I just thought he had 7 blocks. We were just trying to just play good basketball, make it difficult and kind of just, we know what talent he has. So just make it difficult for him, just like everyone else. John Morant, him, Dylan Brooks, whatever it was, just try to make it as difficult as possible for them to get clean looks. And if they are to make points or hit a shot, it needs to be highly contested and a very difficult shot. They got to use their talent to make that.
For that, obviously the Grizzlies, just like you guys, young team with a lot of confidence. What are you expecting from them now in game 2, knowing they're going to try to bounce back from this?
Here, game 1 on the road and get a big win like this. What was the feeling for you guys as you walked off the floor from this one? Just know what you were able to do.
I was happy. My first playoff game, I got to win, and yeah, that's it. On to the next.
He was telling us yesterday that his first playoff series a few years ago with Brooklyn, he felt like an awe of the moment, like, that this was different and that it was another level. And did you feel that out there? Did it feel different to you, or no. How did you feel in that moment out there?
No, I told TP today, I treat every game the same. So no, I didn't feel any different. It's like a regular season game to me. Yeah.
I think worked so well for you tonight, just to be able to assert yourself the way that you did.
Just trusting myself, man. I love my shots. Whatever shot I take, whether it's a step back tray ball or step back mid range or a floater or a lay, like whatever my shot is, I like it. Sometimes coach may not like it, but I love my shot. So just trusting myself.
The best teams and players seem to find a new gear come the postseason. Do you feel like you're finding one right now?
I hope. It's just the first game, so I don't. Was last game considered postseason?
Postseason, not that.
Yeah, it's just for me. It's just the first game, so I hope it's more to come. Yeah.
the challenge now of coming back Tuesday and bringing the same effort as an entire team?
Put on another show. That's it. Put on another show and impact winning.
You have fun going up there against Ja?
I have fun playing against them. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And it looked like before tip off, while you guys were kind of waiting for the game to start, you went over to Karl. Anything that you said to him or that he said to you in that moment just before tip off?
Me and Kat just got a relationship where like we could just talk to each other like in the heat of the battle and heat of the moment. And in the beginning, we always want to like, hey, I want this, make sure we do this. So we kind of just exchanged that between each other. Yeah, that was it.
Was that maybe your relationship grown over the last since you've been here, basically?
It's gotten a lot better this year. Because last year he was in and out, like hurt. But yeah, it's a lot better this year. Yeah.
The defense and the shot that Jaden hit for you guys, how much of a lift did he give you?
Man,
in the
I was just
quarter?
telling him he was the MVP of the game. 5 for 6 from the field. What was he from the 3? 2 for 3, like plus 19. Like he was the best player on the floor for us, no doubt.
Seeing his game grow.
He's not even reaching like nowhere near his potential, nowhere near it.
I mean, this is the first playoff game for both of you guys. Like, what is it about you two where the moment brings it out of you?
I just tell him every game, like, hey, this is our second year, but we do this. Like, cause we was at McDonald's together, Jordan Brand together. So us ending up on the same team was kind of funny because after the McDonald's game, I went home and told my people, I'm like, bro, that's the first time I ever got my layup blocked. We was in practice. We was playing one-on-one, and I went past him to go lay it up. He blocked it. I looked back like, oh, this is what I got to start going against. And yeah, nah. But to see him in a Minnesota Timberwolves jersey along my side, man, it's beautiful. Yeah, for sure. Yep.
Anthony, you said you like playing against the Grizzlies for sure. Like, what is it about this team where you like to have fun playing against them?
I just feel like we match up well against them. From 1 through 15, from everybody, from the equipment guys, like everything. I just feel like we match up perfectly.
You had a big game against them last year, I recall, before this season. So is it just something about going against Ja or against this team that just fires your gears up a little bit more?
I think Memphis fans ignites my game when we're playing here.
Why is that?
Because they talk so much trash. Yeah, it's just they just be talk. Even the kids was the worst today. Like the little kids, like he was 8 years old, 10 years old. Anthony, go sit down. You suck. Like, it's just fun, man. Basketball is fun to me. I love it.
Excites you for game 2, knowing the crowd is probably going to be a little bit more on you and Karl a little bit more?
Man, I really don't even care for real. I'm coming out to have fun and impact winning. If whatever the crowd gonna do, they gonna do. I ain't gonna get into it though.
And they brought the doubles on Cat in this game too, but a lot of times it seemed like you were on the opposite side there, and that's where you got a lot of your attacks once the ball got you or your threes. Are you kind of like, when you're on the opposite side of that, are you kind of like licking your chops like this is going to be an opportunity for me to – Karl can get it to me and we're going to be able to exploit that double?
Yeah, for sure, every time. Because if I'm ball side, then they double and rotate. No, but if I'm the last man that's getting the ball, they got to close out to me. So either I shoot it, drive it, or pass it. I feel like I'm gonna make a good decision.
It's really improved in your game seems to be your decision making. And when you're going really well, it seems like your decision making actually gets sharper. You don't just necessarily go for your points because you're hot. Is this something that you notice? Are you playing just in the flow, or are you thinking about things as you're really starting to click into things?
I think I'm doing a great job of listening to coach and C. Hines, dude named Chris Hines. Just taking what the defense gives you. If they give me your right hand, go right. If they give me your left hand, go left. If they give you the catch and shoot it. Whatever they giving me, I'm trying to take it. Like, so I feel like I did a great job. I've been doing a great job of that.
And you said at the start of this, like you trust your shot. Sometimes coach may not always, but does it feel like he allows you to kind of do your thing a little bit and just giving you that freedom?
No doubt. Yeah, for sure. Love Finchy, man. He lets you play for sure until a game get a little tight. You might take a shot. He gonna yell at you a little bit, but other than that, it's all love.
The defense gives you, like, was that pretty evident late in that Clippers game? Like Reggie Jackson was just basically telling you to go right. You just blew right by him.
Like,
and took the layup
stuff like that. Like, well, he was giving me the jump shot too because they were so far. But yeah, just taking what they give me.
Anthony, it's okay if you don't, but do you guys have a sense of Timberwolves history and playoffs and the challenges that's presented, and how this is, you potentially could be breaking new ground for this team?
Nah, I don't. Nah, the only thing I was aware of is like the 6 wins or something in a row, win streak, or 5 or something like that. That's the only thing I was aware of. Yeah.